national champion. He was voted Sports Illustrated Coach of the Decade in 2009. He has a bowl record of 12-3. Most people might remember him from his time in the swamp, but I like to remember him from his time in the horseshoe. Ohio State's own, right here, ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Urban Meyer! Woo! Coach, what is up, my man? How are you?
What's up, Nick? Hey, you need just a little more energy, Nick. Just a little bit more. Tino, how you doing, man?
Good, Coach. How you doing? Great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Coach, hey, what do you think of this World Series right now, baby? What do you think? Game 6, Dodgers, Rays, what do you got?
It's baseball at its finest right now. They're playing their butts off. I hope it gets – I'm a big fan of Game 7. I wish I'm a big fan. I go back to 1975 when Joe Morgan hit the Texas Leaguer and the Reds beat the Red Sox. So I'm a big Game 7 fan.
That's right. Two greatest words in sports, no doubt about it, Coach. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for calling on. Ben, what do you got for the coach?
Yeah, Coach, we do these things called Throwback Pictures. Walk us through this picture that we got right here of you.
Oh, shoot. Here we go.
Coach, is that a mustache right there, Coach?
That's a pencil neck and a mustache. That's what that is.
Coach, where was that picture taken?
That's 17 years old. That looked like that was in like either Paintsville or Pikesville, Kentucky.
Wow, he remembered it, bro. I knew he would.
That was the Appalachian League.
That's amazing. Wow. Well, yeah, for a lot of people that don't know, right? For a lot of people that don't know, Coach, you were drafted in the 13th round, right? I mean, you were a baseball guy first.
I was a baseball guy. I've always been a baseball guy. I love it. See, guys like Tino go right past the Appalachian League. I went to Gulf Coast League and Appalachian League.
What position did you like?
I'm sorry?
What was your favorite position in baseball? What position did you play, and what would have been your favorite position?
Oh, I grew up as shortstop. I was a shortstop my entire life, and I didn't have the twitch that the other shorts. That was back. It was actually when Cal Ripken, so they were bigger. I was a bigger guy, so bigger shortstops were all right. But then guys like Andres Thomas beat me out, and they became, really athletic. And I'm not. Obviously, genetics took over a little bit, and they tried me at third. Then they actually tried me behind home plate too. And so after that, I think I actually had Tommy John before anybody knew what that is. And I was a shortstop, but my arm
you were the first guy, really.
Was so bad that and back then, especially a 13th rounder, if you got hurt, you're cut. So all of us, you tried to just fight through injuries, man, because there was no, you got hurt, you were done.
Coach, I know you said you're rooting for a Game 7, so I'm assuming you want the Rays to win tonight. If you could pick, if it does get to a Game 7, who are you rooting for in this series?
I've been a Rays fan ever since my days at the University of Florida. I used to go down there and watch spring training, and Joe Madden became a great friend, the Crime Dog. I played minor league baseball with Crime Dog, and we used to go down there and sit in the suite together. So I love the Rays. Everybody's gonna be nuts, but I love Tropicana Field. Everyone hates it. I love going down there and hanging out.
Coach, I want to take you back a little bit. Sorry, Rick, to jump in on you right there.
No more pictures.
No more pictures. But my thing is this, right? I mean, Coach, you had the chance to play professional baseball. Just give me one of your most fond memories of playing the game.
Well, I played against J.R. Richard remember when J.R. Richard had the stroke?
Yeah.
And he made his comeback, and he was down in Sarasota. And he was a gentleman. I remember I was a big fan, and I went up to him after the game. And he struck me out on probably 4 pitches. But he must have had size 25 shoe. I remember he was so big on the mound. But I hit a home run in Paintsville, Kentucky. I believe Glenn Bragg was on the Brewers then. We were playing against them. And that was the only home run I hit. And I promised my oldest sister that if I ever hit a home run in the pros, she'd get the game ball. And I made sure one of the ball boys went and got it for her. Nice. I gave my sister my only home run.
Nice.
Does she still have it?
She has it. Oh, it's sitting right on her mantle. It's all
Well, that's
about 100. It's 100 years old, but yeah. We got
So, Coach,
real quick, go ahead, Rick. Get it.
okay, I was gonna say, so I'm good friends with Coach Riley, and I know that he named his son Meyer after you, and he played for you at Florida. Knowing that a player that you coached named his son after you, what does that mean to you, and what did your time at Florida mean?
Who played? Who named my son?
Coach Riley.
Oh yeah. Butchie was a walk-on that became a valuable memory. He told me that. It kind of choked me up when that happened, and it choked me up now when I thought about that. So that's one of those memories that why you coach is because of relationships. And I'll never forget that.
Hey, if I had a son now, I'm not going to name him Meyer. I'm going to name him Urban.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. That's original. That's original, bro.
Urban Tino Swisher. That's pretty good.
Hey, Coach. Hey, you've had the opportunity and the chance to get to the top of the mountain 3 times, right? From watching these games and the teams that you've had in the past, what is one thing and one attribute that your team has to have to win that championship?
Every team, and I would preach this every year, I mean, a million times, there's one quality that every championship team has, and that's from Joe Madden and I had hundreds of conversations about this. Bill Belichick, hundreds of conversations. Nick Saban, and it's the selflessness. You have to do the dirty to win a championship. And what does the dirty mean? Stuff you don't want to do. At the end of the day, why would a man run down on kickoff at 22 miles an hour and hit something going 15 miles an hour the other direction? You can't say that's fun. You're going to do it because you love your brother. There's things in baseball that you do that you can't. You have to bunt when you're a home run hitter. You have to be a selfish guy and throw yourself in front of the ball. You gotta do something. And if you don't have that quality, that's the way I know this. The highest level of baseball, football, the 2 sports I really know, selfishness is the key. And I worry about that the older we get because it's really hard to preach that nowadays. And I'm looking at Tino. I think he won 5, right?
Yeah.
4?
Hey, I'll give
Only 4.
Only 4, Coach. Only 4.
When you told me that we played golf, that the instant. What makes Tom Brady the greatest? Sure, he throws a great ball, but what makes him the best? He's won it more times than anybody else. What makes Nick Saban the best coach in college football? Is he the best coach? Who knows? It doesn't matter. He somehow created a culture where you win a championship, and that is so hard to do.
Well, you've done it yourself, Coach. So, I mean, you've done it 3 times, and we all know that if you decide to come back again, wherever you come back to, you're going to have a chance to win again because you have that factor. We all know it.
Well, Coach,
I can't wait to see you, Tino, man. I look forward to hanging out with you again.
Then, Coach, hey, by the way, being at Fox, it's been awesome having you on. Hey, on Saturdays, Coach, you're amazing. Inside of the game, you and Reggie and Matt and Brady, you guys are awesome, man. The show is fun to watch. Definitely rivaling that college game day, no doubt, because that Big Noon Kickoff is a lot of fun to watch.
I'm like 30 years older than those other guys. But I love them, and I really love our show. I think I always push our guys. I'm not interested in the what. Let's tell the viewer why. Why is this happening? And I want people to someday say, you know what, I'm going to flip over to this channel because I want to hear what the heck is going on. Like, we're going to have a huge conversation about what happened at Penn State and Indiana, why, game management, not blaming anybody, but just saying these are the scenarios that happen. So it's been good feedback, too.
Yeah, man.
Coach, you mentioned it's about the why, not the what, which makes me wonder. You mentioned you hit 1 home run in your professional career. Why did it happen? Walk me through that at bat.
Walk me through the AB.
Yeah. Well, George Brett, it was back in the George Brett era, and he's one of my favorite hitters. I finally I never met him. I talked to him on the phone a couple times, but boy, did he play third base like a man, did he? Remember that time he rounded second and got in a fight with Craig Nettles?
Oh, yeah, third base right there. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But and so I changed my stance a little bit, and I had it up. I think it was a 1-2 or 0-2 count. You shorten your strike, you swing up a little bit, and it's one of those ones you hit it, and you're running to first, like, wait a minute, that felt really good. Like, and I look back and I see it drop over the fence.
That's awesome.
And that was back. I hit a ton of high school home runs in high school because they gave you a big aluminum bat about that big, and the fastballs were about 83 miles an hour. You get in the minors, it's 96, and
That's true.
And they give you a wooden bat.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny you say that, Coach. When you say that ball goes over the fence, you saw it, that feeling you get when it goes over the fence for your first and probably only home run. You said people don't realize. You talk to people out there. All the home runs we've ever hit in our time, every single time we hit that home run, that you get that same feeling. Like if you're a little league kid, you get so excited. You can't jump up and down like you always do, but you always have that feeling inside your body of like you're a 12-year-old kid hitting that home run. It never goes away.
It's like scoring a touchdown in football. I'm sure. Imagine a last point shot in hockey or basketball. Or as a coach, when you look over and you see that clock hit zero, and you won something. We beat Alabama that one year, and the best win might of all time be the double overtime against our rivals from up north.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, Coach. I remember that one, baby. Tell me a little bit about rivalries, Coach. I mean, you just touched on a little bit. I mean, we know what words to say and we know what words not to say. I think I'm like you. I can appreciate a rivalry more than anybody. And your passion and your love and your preparation for the way you went about your job is unmatched. You said Nick Saban could be one of the best coaches in college football. That's not exactly where I would put him. I might put you up there. So for you and for guys like myself and obviously for Rick and Pino and Ben, right? Like we want to continue to still be mentors. We still want to be able to give back. What would be one skill that you would say to us that we would need to have moving forward to coach this next generation?
I just think I worry about what's being taught. I worry about, this is a world of cell phone where, Twitter followers are more important than your teammates. I got into the coaching 35 years ago. There was no money. It was, I never dreamed. I dreamed, but I never thought I'd be the head coach of Florida Gators or Ohio State. And the locker room, the love and ownership that, of all things I miss the tears rolling off each other's cheeks when you hug each other and you know that, what, I sacrificed for you. And I did something for you. And I called it Solve the Mystery. And here's Solve the Mystery. And this is my mantra the whole year in 2014. I knew we had a good team, but there was a lot of good teams. If we could ever solve the mystery, and solve the mystery is this. The mystery that God has given us is how do you put others ahead of self? At the end of the day, you want to be a good husband. What do? You put your wife ahead of you. If you want to be a good parent, you put your children ahead of you. That's so easy to say, so hard to do. I want to be a great teammate. What am I going to do? I'm going to put my teammates ahead of self. And if you can do that, you solve the mystery. If we can get a team to do that, I used to yell at our players and our coach, we won't lose a damn game. If you can solve the mystery, we won't lose a game.
Yeah.
But it's hard, man. It's hard to get that done.
Coach, I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now, bro. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll tell you what,
200 pounds of me is ready, bro. I am ready to go.
When I come back in our second life, I want you as my quarterback and tailback.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I got you, Coach. I got your back, man. No doubt. No doubt. Well, I love this, man. Coach, I can't thank you enough. This means the absolute world to all of us. And just to get a little insight on your thoughts and the whole nine, and to come on this watch party, Coach, I'll do anything for you, my man. Thank you so much for coming on. Looks like you're super busy. Get back to your party, my man. Hey, and for everybody out there, let's think for a game 7 because the coach wants it, baby. He wants it.
And tell your Gator wife hello for me. Right?
I will. Yes, sir. You know it, baby.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.